When you say something is gluten-free, a lot of people's ears perk up because they're always looking for tasty alternatives to delicious recipes. Well, today, Karen Morgan is here with a dessert idea that is gluten-free. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me back. It's great to be here.
And talk about the gluten-free diet. Why is it beneficial?
Well, it's funny that you say that because the numbers now have exploded to as many as 1 in 4 people are afflicted with either celiac disease or gluten intolerance. So to me, that's pandemic and if not revolutionary for the culinary world.
Sure.
So learning how to adapt is one of the wonderful things about being human, right?
Right, sure.
And so even though it's gluten-free, the challenge is how do you make it really delicious and you can't even tell the difference?
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm here to do today, is to show you how to make a gluten-free Pop-Tart.
So this is what you do. You spend time in the kitchen, you find ways to take a traditional dessert and make it tasty, gluten-free.
Exactly.
Okay, so what are we making today?
Today we're making a wonderful summer treat for the kids and the big kids like me, a Pop-Tart. It's something that's really, you know, when the kids are off to summer camp, you want to have them have something that's nutritious, but will fill them up and give them a lot of energy.
Sure.
And I grew up on Pop-Tarts.
Sure,
You know, the youngest of 5 kids, it was an easy alternative, right? So the great thing is you can make a large batch of these and then, you know, save them for the rest of the week.
Okay.
And the trick is coming up with a really good flaky dough.
Okay.
And so I made it ahead of time because, you know, you don't want to listen to my mixer going on, do you?
Well, it is interesting how you put it all together because it's just kind of trial and error how you...
That's exactly it. I
put it all
mean,
together.
some of my recipes in this book took over 100 trials to perfect.
Right.
So, and it was all empirical because there are no gluten-free cooking schools. There still are none, which is pretty surprising. You see a lot of, you know, gluten-free community kitchens popping up like emergency tents, but there are no official gluten-free cooking schools.
Right.
So it's really interesting.
That's why there's people like you.
Yeah, that's where I come in.
That's right.
And actually, if you want to come and sample these in person, I'm going to be doing the first ever chef demo at Anthropology in North Austin at the Domain.
Okay.
So I'll be serving these wonderful little Pop-Tarts along with some of my famous almond kisses.
They'll be easy to grab on the go as well. A little tasty treat. When is that? What time tomorrow?
It's tomorrow at 5 p.m.
At 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, the Anthropology at the Domain.
So the wonderful thing, I don't know if you've ever seen gluten-free pie crust being made, it's usually Play-Doh. You press it into a pan, you can't roll it out, it falls apart.
Right.
That's why I'm so proud of this dough. I mean, it rolls out just like traditional pastry crust. So, and I like to use cultured butter, which is a little bit fermented, so it's really good for you.
Okay.
It's easier to digest.
Okay.
And it adds this wonderful buttery flavor.
Okay.
So it just like any other, you know, for traditional Pop-Tarts, you just roll it out so that you get a good base. Oops.
We've got about a minute to go. So.
Oh goodness, well we don't have much time.
Okay.
Well, how about this? How about we, you cut your dough using a nice little ruler so you get a nice piece.
Okay.
And I like to do them in 2 by 4 inches. So why don't you try one of these for everybody?
All right.
I have the icing already made.
What's in here? What's the filling?
So it's raspberry jelly, raspberry preserves, and then the icing is a cardamom lemon. So it's really easy, and the kids love to decorate these just like any other kind of
flaky.
cookie. Isn't it flaky and delicious?
It is. It's very light. It's awesome.
Thank you so much. So, but again, the kids love these, and you know, even with your morning cup of coffee, they're really great to have around.
Absolutely.
So, everybody, if you want to come and learn how to sample these yourself and learn how to make a few gluten-free treats, come out to the Anthropology North Austin.
And you have a book too, Blackbird Bakery.
Yes, sir.
You can also go to blackbird-bakery.com.
That's right.
For more information.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Karen Morgan, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right.